Hello, a father and his 5 young sons are feared dead after a ferocious fire spread from one house to 2 more on Russell Island, a small community off Brisbane, early this morning. Their mother somehow escaped and is the sole survivor of Queensland's worst house fire for more than a decade.
The home where 5 little boys lived, were loved and are now lost, along with their father.
I know he was a hero and he would have done everything in his power to get those kids out, so obviously it was impossible. I would call him Super Dad.
What happened inside this home at Russell Island at 6:20 this morning is hard to comprehend.
The house has been burnt to the ground and we have 6 people that are unaccounted for, tragically. A 34-year-old male, 5 young boys aged 11, 10, twins that are aged 4 and a 3-year-old boy.
Their mother, 28 years old, is the only survivor.
Oh, I know it would have killed her. He told her apparently not to go back in. He would have forced her, no doubt, as a mother. Yeah, I can't imagine what she's gone through.
She was found alone outside the family home as it burned.
She's terribly emotionally distressed at the moment.
Look, it was a very confronting scene, as you can imagine, very confronting for her.
Among the first on scene, 11 volunteer firefighters. They live on the island, they knew the family, knew they were inside and knew they couldn't be saved.
Wall of fire over my back fence. It was shocking. The noise and the heat. And the colour, the orange, I'll never forget that one. Well, the heat, you couldn't get close to it. It's down the side. I felt all the hair singeing on the corner side of my face, like a good 10 metres away from that back fence.
There was a smoke alarm sounding, but that was, I understand, possibly from one of the other homes.
Flames had spread from the family home to 2 more.
And we have assessed a total of 9 patients who are all suffering some minor illnesses such as smoke inhalation and soft tissue injuries.
2 were ferried off the island as the investigation began into how Queensland's deadliest fire in more than a decade happened. 3,000 people live here on Russell Island. They all know each other and help each other. Now they grieve for 6 of their own. The roof has collapsed into the family home. It's too dangerous for investigators to search for the dead, for the seed of this fire that has erased a family.
Young boys that could have become men into the future. A man has lost his life as well. Truly devastating.
Truly devastating indeed. Matthew Carstunian joins us live from Russell Island. And Matthew, you've got some pretty sad breaking news for us.
Good evening, Lockley. Unfortunately, so a few moments ago, police have revealed they have found the bodies of the 5 little boys and the man. Unfortunately, it is the grim news that we had been expecting, but of course, very tragic. Unfortunately as well, spot fires are still being monitored by crews here, especially under the roof of one of the downed houses. A crew will be here tonight to make sure there are no flare-ups. Now, councillors are also here on the island, the community rallying around their own. There have been food drops to the front line, especially the ambulance officers and volunteer firefighters who live here, clearly hurting from this tragedy. Now, the brothers went to Russell Island State School in kindergarten. The school will be holding a staff meeting there tomorrow. There's also counselling available to these students who likely know these 5 boys, but a community tonight mourning and in search of answers as to how this tragedy unfolded. Lockie?
It is terrible news from Russell Island. Matthew Carstunian, thank you.